profit muscle.
Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, be who you want to be. Follow your dreams, not other people's dreams. The most important thing is that you have to remember you're only worth as much as you say you're worth. Tell yourself, I am the best. Tell yourself, I can. And never use these words, I can't. Because if you use the words, I can't, you will never succeed. People have the wrong impression about success. Success is not measured on the amount of money you have. Success is not measured on how much money you have in their pocket. Success is measured on, are you happy in life? Are you happy at your job? Are you happy in your relationship? Are you happy with who you are? Because if you're not, you need to change it.
This doesn't sound like a guy who committed suicide. I'm Prophet.
No one else. Remember, the words you speak control your thoughts. Your thoughts control your body. Live. What's going on, everybody? Live. What's going on, everybody? Guys, there's so many places I want to go, man. I got it in February. I'm going to 901 Memphis. I know I'm going to Little Rock. I know I'm going to Texarkana. I know I'm going to be up here local around the Houston area. We have a few shows that we haven't announced yet. Well, possibly Uncanny Comics Games and Ultra Ego. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. And then, of course, Alaska, which is going to be awesome. But the movie, people are asking about the movie. Legend of White Dragon. If you have not followed me, please follow me. We're up to like 78,000 followers. Michael Madsen played my dad. Mark Dacascos is in the movie from John Wick 3. He's awesome. We have David Ramsey, who plays the mayor. I'm coming to El Paso, outside waiting and all that stuff. New York. A lot. We're all equal. There's no one.
He was an American actor, a mixed martial artist. We've lost Jason, David Frank, the man who was part of the Power Rangers franchise. Very, very devastating news. He was an American actor, a mixed martial artist, and he was actually most notable for his career as Tommy Oliver from the Power Rangers franchise. For those of us who grew up watching Power Rangers, it's really very devastating. Jason, Tommy were really awesome. I remember back in the day, in the late 90s and early 2000s, which we used to watch Power Rangers. It was always awesome. It was really a very nice show, which we grew up on. So it's really very heartbreaking to lose such a talented actor. Recently, it's been alleged that he was going through a divorce. Actually, news circulated that in around early 2022, he divorced with a wife whom he had married, I think, in around 2003, close to 10 years, 11 years. So the man was going through, I guess, I'm not saying that it's the exact cause of death, but I guess was going through depression. So mental health issues amongst we, the men, is really something which we should look into, because this is a man who looked.
So, you guys pretty much get the gist of it. I don't know exactly, because there has been a lot of like clickbait videos, you know what I mean, like in regards to this issue. What I want to say though, however, is that what I do want to say is that you know, if it was true, if it was true that the cause of his death was because of his wife, let me go to another video and see what happened. Hold on.
my lost phone. Hi, this is Tammy. And
Stop!
I'm using her IG
Freaking
account.
annoying. Stop.
Don't worry, guys. I'm still talking to you guys through her phone as I'm waiting for my lost phone. Tammy's beating me up. Go ahead, show people how you really act.
Stop.
Show people.
Stop.
Show people how you really act. Show people. Green Power Ranger is dead at 49. Actor and father may be Jeffrey Godot. Jason married Tammy back in 2003 and securing the house in Texas and a car. May the soul of Jason David rest in eternal peace. Please viewing the house in Texas and do not have any minor children together. Jason and his wife was asking for the court to award her the lion's share of their assets, including the house in Texas and a car. May the soul of...
So, I want to say this to say, you know, as men, and especially if you're a man who you're intending to stay in the West. I am not one of those men who is intending to stay in the West. Like, I already know what my game plan is, and the steps have been, placed out to execute that game plan. But, just understand that you cannot win in a marriage with a Western woman. And I'm suggesting this to all men, but I'm especially suggesting this to immigrant men, that you are better off not doing that and going down that rabbit hole. Because if you do go down that rabbit hole, I hate to say it, but if you're not headstrong enough, then you will end up like, unfortunately, Jason David Frank. Now I'm not going to make clickbait videos about it, but I'm just going to say, let this be an example of a few things. Number one, women in the West will never take accountability, and women will also say that, what was he doing wrong in order to initiate the divorce, in order for the divorce to be initiated, while like maybe leaving out the fact that they initiate divorce for they have a new thing about divorce where it can be initiated by I think it's something like called it's weird. It's something weird. It's like a very weird thing that they have this loophole in divorce. But nowadays you will see women initiate divorces, and those divorces have nothing to do with anything that the husband did on his part. Like, there was nothing wrong that the husband did on his part, but they still initiated the divorce anyway. They still said, well, we're going to initiate it. So what I want to say is that you really are not in any, I know this sounds bad, but you're kind of in a situation where you can't really marry a woman from this country, or you cannot marry a woman who has the values of the women in this country as well. Be it that she may have a different background, that may be like from an immigrant background. I hate to say it, chances are she has been lost in the sauce as well. When you look at Fresh and Fit podcasts, you have these different women who are coming from these different backgrounds who act no different than American women, although they know better, although their culture, shows that, nah, this ain't the way to go, they still go down that rabbit hole anyway. So I'm saying this all to say that, you know, your best bet is not to um like mess with these women. You know, I'm just keeping it real. You know, these women, you know, marrying them and things like that, you might end up like Jason David Frank, you know. Now, I don't know what else was going on behind the scenes, but the fact of the matter is I think his wife unfortunately drove him to suicide, you know. Um and eh, eh, um the thing is she wanted that's usually how it works is that you know the the how it works unfortunately um how it really works is that in divorce a wife wants they want the lion's share, you know. Now I don't know what was happening. um I don't know what else was happening, but you know, unfortunately, unfortunately, these women are actually, you know, I hate to say this, but American women and Western women in general are just so much unhinged that you have to expect everything from them, but also expect nothing good to come from them. But everything bad can come from them, but nothing good will come from them. And it's just honestly, like honest, I know this sounds bad, and I know I shouldn't be generalizing, but I'm gonna just end on this note that your mental health, your financial health, your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health outweighs companionship, outweighs the companionship that usually will be toxic that you'll get from these women. So that has to be your number one priority first before anything else. And so I want to say something about this situation, right? Um Men have to suffer in silence as a default. And hopefully, and I'm not trying to encourage people to convert to Islam or anything like that, but I'm just saying, hopefully, you have a coping mechanism that you can deal with that can help you deal with the things that you may go through, you know, in this Western world. Now, the thing is this, and I'm just gonna be real, that um there is no point in crying or being sad about what's going on. And that, you know, if you can make it, you know, if you can make it, you have to take it to the next level and really achieve something. You know, I am of the opinion that if you are able to cut Western women off, not pay attention to Western women, not go on dates with Western women, not even court Western women, that there'll be no limit to your opportunities, you know, in life. But at this point in time, Western women are just going to be a hindrance if you're after something very great. That's all I'm going to say in this video. And you leave your thoughts and leave your comments about it and let me know what you think. Do you think this was like suicide, or do you think there was something even more behind it that maybe they're not telling us? But with that being said, I'm off until the next one, guys. Full signing out. Unjaram.